Welcome to Blessed Us. I'm Oscar the Saxon. And I'm an idiot. Now I can hear what you're saying. Oh, no, this cannot be. You are without doubt the most intelligent person we've ever encountered. Hear me out. A couple of days ago, I uploaded a video with a serious request. Is there anyone out there who's got the equipment to film themselves in slow motion, releasing arrows from the left and right hand side of their bow using the same grip? I asked this because I'd done a little experiment where instead of having the arrow on my knuckles and drawing the 3 arrows to my face, I had the arrows on my thumb, drawing 3 fingers to my face. And I observed, strange enough, that even though the arrows aren't perfect for that bow, I don't need to compensate if they're on my knuckle. If they're on my thumb, they went way off to the left. It was literally dangerous the way they were flying. I stopped after 3 shots. My youngest daughter, who shoots right-handed, tried 1 shot, same thing. Arrow on her thumb, she draws to her face with 3 fingers, arrow goes way off to the right in her case. We said, stop, stop, stop. Now, short after I posted that video, ryddragyn left a comment underneath it. I read it and said to myself, I'm an idiot. I'm such an idiot. Do you know this? You see something, you say, that doesn't make sense. That is not the way it works. That's wrong. It's got to be different. And you're so focused on that you literally cannot see what is closer at hand. In this case, my hand. I was, I don't know, somewhere between 8 and 12 years old. I remember my father explained to me that we, the English, shoot with the arrows on our knuckles and we draw with 3 or 2 fingers to our face. The Turks draw with their thumb, which is why they have the arrows resting on the other side of the bow on their thumb. Why is this? It's because when you release, you pluck the string. Overdoing it, you're plucking the string in this direction if you're using your fingers, but in this direction if you're using your thumb. So, if I've got the arrow on my knuckles and I'm plucking like this, there's a bow stave in the way, so it's okay. It's not ideal, but all the same. If I have the arrow on my thumb, I am practically tearing the arrow off in that direction. If I'm using my thumb and tearing it in this direction and it's on there, once again there's a bow stave securing the arrow. If it's not there, it will go off to the right. I've known this for decades! This isn't actually what ryddragyn wrote, but reading his comment, it came back to me straight away and I thought, oh, I'm so stupid. If you've seen modern day compound archers, those ones with the 2 wheels and the 3 strings, but it's only 1 string actually, a lot of them, if not all or most, have a release. They don't actually draw with their hand. They've got looks like a little stick and there's a piece of string that goes around the bowstring. They come to their full draw and then they press a button. Why is this? It's to give them as little contact with the bowstring as possible so as to have as little of this problem of the plucking as possible. I've known this since the 90s. This is what happens if you're locked up with only 1 other archer in your household and you don't have 50 others that you can talk with and they can say to you, yeah, but obviously it's your hand, you've got a very bad release, mate. This video I didn't put it in those words, but I was practically saying, Mr. Adversity, the reason that you have to lean back like this or tilt your bow is because you've got a bad grip. You've got a bad grip. That was basically what I was saying, and it turns out I might have a good grip, but I've got a lousy release. That's why the arrows were flying dangerously far to the left. Anyway, so as said, ryddragyn posted a comment straight away, and I thought, that's it. So, all the same, if you do have high-tech quality equipment with which you could film this, it would still be nice to see it, but the question has basically been answered. I'm an idiot. Mr. Dragon, we have to talk. How do I pronounce your name? Okay, so it's ryddragyn. When I see that, I want to say ryddragyn, but it's got a Y in there. So when I see RY, I'll say rye as in barley. And when I say a G and a Y, I want to say gyn, as in gymnasium, okay? So is it ryddragyn, or is it ryddragyn, or is it red dragon? I mean, I'm the green dragon, you're the red dragon, cool, yeah? Please, I've been wondering for years, literally years now, ever since you first commented on one of my videos. I thought, how do I pronounce that? Because I first, red dragon, but hang on, there's Y in there. There are two Y's in there actually now that I look at it. Anyone else, check him out, he's a great guy. He's American, no one's perfect, okay, but he's a fantastic answer. I don't really have to advertise him very much, he's got a larger channel than I have. There's going to be a link at the end though to one of his videos where a couple of years ago there was some archer who led a lot of people to say things like, oh, so now we know that medieval bat quivers never existed, this is Hollywood fiction. He gives a brilliant video on quivers altogether, definitely worth watching. A lot of his other things also worth watching. Obviously there's him on a horse shooting arrows, yeah, so if you're into archery that's a good thing. And apparently locked up at home he's also been doing things, training himself for warbow, using elastic bands. Brilliant idea. I wish I had the elastic band. I can't actually go out and get one right now. You probably can't even hear this, but she's using the hairdryer. You can't hear it, can you? Hear that now?